find out what glasses I need. 3 freaking pairs of glasses, and right, that's the ones. Right, good evening, everyone. I know no one's watching at the moment, but I thought I'd still do a quick stream anyway. I hope to be going back to the BushCraft later in the week. I've got some other equipment which I ordered from a company called Springfields.co.uk. I've ordered a machete, a 22-inch marksman machete. Pretty decent price, $10.69. A 2-piece survival knife kit with fire starter and a box of fatwood tinder sticks. They won't be here for about another week because they're waiting for stock. And that they won't be here for about another week. So they said on the website, stock ordered 2 to 3 days. So they've actually got all the stock before they can ship it out, I believe. So that should probably be next week. I do have some fire starters. I had about 6 of these little ferro rods. So I've actually made a couple like that. You know, I've got a load of bottle corks. So I've just drilled a hole in and super glued the ferro stick in. So I've got 3 of those to take with me on when I go there next. I did get my axe through today and my little burner. So they turned up. Let me see if I can sign out here. Log out of that. Orders. So this is what turned up today. One of these like little gas camping stoves. They take the normal kind of like long cylinder, these type of gas cylinders, because I've just recently bought 8 of those for me other gas stove, but I've sometimes use, if I can't get the main cooker working, I use a gas stove, and I bought 8 of those, so I've put one of those in the bag with the actual gas burner. So that's going to go with me next time I go up there. I ordered another axe, which turned up today. It's only a cheap one, sale one. The reason I ordered another one, because I can't remember if I put my other axe back in the shelter. Could have been stuck outside, and I might have forgot about it, and someone might come along, you know, and nick it. I might even use it to cut down the bloody shelter, no my luck, which I'm hoping it won't happen. I bought some other stuff today. I bought some insulating stuff for the shelter because the mud pack that I used to put around is falling off now, which it shouldn't because it's got concrete in, but it has actually started falling apart. So I went to base today, and for £18 I bought one of these great big stacks of insulating fibre stuff to keep the chill out with the shelter when I go over there. I ain't going to take the whole bundle, I'm just going to cut it in half, and it's kind of like that long, you know, about 4 foot long, something like that. So what I'm going to do is cut it in half. I'm going to take half of me, and I'm going to use some of that for the bedding, because what I want to do is lay that on the bench bed. Then I'm going to put a tarp on top. Then I'm going to put like maybe a blow up kind of like mattress or a bedroll. I have ordered a bedroll from the Amazon, but it's not going to be until later next week. So that's another thing I'm waiting on. the bedroll was only like was it about £7. So I'm waiting on this bedroll. So I do see a lot of people use these kind of bedrolls instead of like the inflatable kind of mattresses or camping mats. You know, I do have like an inflatable somewhere. Where it is, I don't know. I could have got like an inflatable mattress kind of thing for £1 for £10 a day, but I've decided not to. You know, I've got that mat coming, so that should be more than the, you know, efficient for what I need. So I won't be staying there too many nights. I bought some LED lights from Poundland as well, but they're £2 each. They've already got batteries in, and they've got like a dimmer kind of thing on it, so you can turn it up bright or turn it down to low. So I've got 2 of those. I bought another head torch as well. So every time I buy a head torch, I'll put it down so I keep bloody all looting it. So this time I've made sure it's in the bag. What else did I buy? I bought some more fire lighting briquette stuff from Poundland as well. So got that sorted. Batteries are already sorted. Got plenty of batteries. I just fixed my camo fishing jacket because the old pocket was completely ripped and hanging down. So I've just been sitting here for half an hour fixing that damn thing. What else have I got? Oh, I bought a new metal plate, cup, and a metal tin kind of thing. So I can, you know, just use those. I have got a new frying pan which I took up there the other day because the other one is like really dirty, so that one's going to have to be thrown away unless I hang it up outside somewhere, and hopefully the rain can like wash it and, you know, clean it for me. What else have I got? I was thinking about buying another kettle, but I'm not going to worry about that just yet. I do have like a whistle kettle and the kettle that some guy sent me last year with some camping stuff. So that is the one that I've been using, but the plastic on the handle is like completely like burnt away. So I have to pick up the kettle with a glove now at the moment. But I want to try and find, you know, a cheap but decent kettle that I can use for my BushCraft. So that's the gear that's been sorted out. Now, as I say, I bought this great big packet of insulation brick. I'll be taking that up, and what I'm going to plan in doing is spending a few hours, you know, just like insulating the camp, the shelter, inside and possibly outside. Mostly inside, to be honest with you. I'm not worried about the outside. As long as I've got it all in the gaps, that should be good enough. I'm going to lay some down on the bed shelter thing, and then put a tarp on top of that and lay it down. Now, my bed bench, I normally have like a little lift up where I put stuff inside, and I have to like lift it up and take the stuff out and put it back in at the end of the day. But what I'm going to do is that I'm going to completely cover it over, take everything out first, cover it over, and nail it all down. I bought 3 more tarps as well, so I'm going to insulate the tarp inside, so it's going to kind of be like all nice and blue, hopefully. I might have to do the roof again at some stage, but I'm not going to do it next time I go up. It'll be another time. I'll probably do that. I'll probably might make it like an angle shape instead of like flat as it is. I'm still getting some water leakage coming time to time. Why, I don't know. But hopefully I can sort that out at another time. Once I've done the bed bench and made it more kind of comfortable, and, you know, I'll be able to lay down on it, I'm going to put a tarp where my head goes, because there is like a bit of a gap in the corner, and I want to kind of cover that corner up as well with insulation, and then I can put the tarp up, and I'm going to put a tarp inside on the roof as well. And hopefully, like, if any water does get through, it just drop onto the tarp. And have it hopefully has a slight angle, so it kind of runs down onto the wall and outside. What else did I buy? Yeah, that home base I bought out installation. In the corner of their store, they got like a little box with some scrap wood. I bought 2 pieces of scrap wood planks, which I'm going to take with me. I'm going to try to build a little table out of that. Might build 2 tables actually, not sure yet. Might be a table and a chair, don't know. But I'll definitely need to make a table. I'm also going to make a little storage kind of like thing inside, right next to the bench bed. So the bench bed's facing that way, but I'm going to have like another little storage coming this way against the wall. And that's where I'm going to have that similar to the bench bed, but it's just going to be like a storage. I can lift it up, put the stuff in, and then close it down. And I'll have a padlock on there, so like, you know, stop people, if everyone does ever get in, they ain't going to be able to access it because it'll be padlocked. I'll have some like lights hanging from the ceiling or on the walls. I've got like a little lamp thing which I left up there, so that's already up there. I've got some of these little temperature gauges, which I'm going to be taking one of these up with me, keeping an eye on the old temperature. What else am I going to be doing? When the machete comes, I'm going to just go walk around, you know, kind of like chewing away the old, the weeds and the bramble, because it's all overgrown over there and it's a bit of a problem trying to walk down the little pathway. I could ask me landowner to bring his skimmer down actually, but no, I've ordered machete. I might as well do it myself, to be honest with you. I've got to finish doing the door as well slightly on the inside, because I need to put another piece of wood and have it kind of hanging over a little bit to cover the gap which I've got. Plus on the other side of the door frame there is a kind of a big gap there, so I need to cover that up as well. I've got some bits of timber which I'll be taking that with me, so hopefully I can take that with me if I've got enough energy and strength to carry everything. My backpack's going to be completely full. I did have my little drill with, you know, it's like in the box and everything here. But I've taken that out, taken the spare battery out, and just stuck that in and taken the box, you know, left the box out. So I'm going to be doing that. Take the drill up. Because the other day when I was up there, I just kept getting cramps in my hands. Both of my hands kept cramping up when I was like using it to screw up things and hammer stuff. So I've got a electronic screwdriver, you know, which runs off batteries. I've got 2 batteries. So I'm going to use that a bit more. I've got a shitload of screws up there. I've got more screws up there than I have with nails actually, to be honest with you. So I need to use the screws up a little bit more. I'm thinking, I'm not saying definite, but I did find my sleeping bag. So that will it may go up there with me. So I'm thinking when I do go up there, although I've not got all the equipment which I'm waiting for, I still might spend the night up there. You know, confront my fears of being out in the dark on my own. I've got some night vision cameras, so I'm going to get one of those. It's got like 3 batteries with it, which are all ready charged up, ready to go. I've just got to find the bracket and IR light, which I've got over at the back there to put in the bag as well. And I hope to try to do a little live stream during the night time when I'm up there. I'm not going to do any ghost hunting stuff up there on that particular night. I don't want to be conjuring like some kind of dark entity and have my sort of rattling and rolling all for the night. So that's one thing I'm not going to bother doing. You know, probably next year when it's like this time of year, it's kind of like not getting dark until like half 9, 10 o'clock time, then I might start doing some ghost hunting stuff up there. But this time, when I do go up there, I have to stay overnight and just see how it is. If I get a bit creeped out, you know, especially after midnight, there ain't no more buses running after midnight. So what I'll probably do, I'll run through the landlord's to his gate, jump over his gate, and run all the way down to the other gate, get out onto the main road, and I'll probably find somewhere to go and like sit for the rest of the morning until like the first bus comes, you know, turns up, which is like 6 o'clock in the morning. So really, you're thinking like, if it gets dark at 10 o'clock, you know, really dark at 10 o'clock now, and it gets light at 5, 7 hours. So I'm going to be kind of like sitting in and shaking in my boot, being afraid of wondering what the fuck's going to happen during the night time, you know, kind of thing. So I've never really been out on my own, with no one next to me, you know, and it's something that I need to do, you know, confront with fear. Hello, Yurik. So that's what I'm going to be planning to do. I'm not going to do any ghost hunting up there just yet. Well, I do have like an IR light, as I say, which I need to sort out. I did have a bracket, where that's gone. I think I've got it in the bag. But, I've got this kind of like little IR light which I can use, but I've got another one somewhere, different one. The cat's always in the bloody way. I can never find anything when she's in the way. There it is. So I'll either take that one up or that one, or I might take both up and test them both out. I don't know yet. I've got to find the bracket though. That's the only problem. I don't know if it's in the bag or up in the camp already. I've got, a couple of days to sort things out and try to find what I need to take there with me. But as I say, I'm not going to do any ghost hunting stuff up there yet a while. That's going to be possibly next year, around about June time next year, when I do some ghost hunting up there. But yeah, I'm just getting all the stuff sorted out, ready to rock and rumble when I go up there. I definitely do want to start there overnight. I will try to do a live stream up there. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I will try and do a ghost hunt up there. Batteries in here don't work on it. Let's see. Right, so let me take these batteries out. I had to fix this yesterday. The camera kept falling down when I had it on my head. It just kept falling down like that, and it's picking up the cap on my hat. So I've extended it and tightened it up a bit more so it shouldn't keep falling down like it did. So on the next video, when I'm up at the BushCraft, it should be a lot better. I will probably contact my daughter when I'm up there, let her know where I am. I don't have any kind of proper flashlights. I've only got like a headlight, which I got from Poundland. They did have a flashlight, but they wanted £5 for one, and I ain't going to pay you £5 for one of them crappy ones. I want one of those ones which are, the luminous gets brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter, all the way through until it's like super bright. So I put those on eBay or Amazon tonight and try to get one of them delivered before I get up there. What else? What else am I going to do? Oh yeah, I need to sort this out quickly. I think all my batteries are actually up on the up at the camp already, to be honest with you. I think I've got some over the back. I want to get these LEDs. Sort that quickly. So you can see my backside. So I've got a couple of these because one of the IRs take a 9-volt battery and the others take a big batteries. I think I've got some of these up there. Probably just dump these in the bag as well, just to be on the safe side. Because my wildlife cam actually takes these batteries. I'm not sure if I kept a packet of them up there or not. So that's another thing I need to do when I come home the next day, is to sort out the wildlife cam video and get that up as well. Yeah, that works. So that's that one sorted out. I've just got to find the bucket, that's the only problem. I think I've got one in the bag. I'll have to take everything out of the bag, make sure I've got everything. But I might have one in that box over there, which I'll have to dig out. So I need it for the camcorder I'm taking up with me, and that is it's got built-in night vision. That one's UV. So I've got a UV and an IR one. Two of those, one of each. No, I've got this little flashlight here. So it keeps warm, so I'm not taking that one. I've got some memory cards ready to go with me as well. Plenty of action cam batteries. I think they're all charged up. They should be anyway. And the action camera itself. This I'll be using during the daytime. The nighttime video will be on my camcorder, night vision, night shot camcorder. So there'll probably be like 3 videos, maybe 4 videos when I come back. There'll probably be like the daytime video on the action cam. Then if I build up enough courage to stay overnight, which I hope to do, I'll have the night vision camcorder, which is in the bag already. And then the next day, I'll be back on the action cam. Plus there'll be the wildlife cam video as well. So there'll be possibly 4 videos when I come back home. And it'll be part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. I ain't going to get them all uploaded on the same day. So it'll probably take about 2 days for me to get it all kind of like copied over and joined together as part 1, 2, 3, 4. Because that camera, it says it's like video clips. Could be a minute, 2 minute, 10 minute, 20 minute. But yeah, hopefully it should be okay. I'm not too far, from the house estate. But the thing is, you've got barbed wire in between, 3 lots of barbed wire. 2, if I go at the back and go into the main wooded area, which would be even more fucking freaky and spooky and scary for me. So I won't be going that way. I'll be coming out onto Ron's field from the wooded area of his property, and I'll be running to like, you know, the fence, jumping over the fence, and then like running down the pathway where all these like, you know, metal sheds are. Then I'd have to like climb over another fence and run down another little bit of a wooded area onto the main road, which I don't want to be doing. You know, I'm just hoping everything would go okay. You know, I really need to confront my fear. I have fear on several things. I don't like heights. You know, if I'm a block of flats, you know, just looking out this window's not too bad, but when I'm above like 8 floors or something, and you know you're looking down, you know, it makes me very dizzy, nauseated, sick. I don't like going on aeroplanes, to be honest with you, but I have been on aeroplanes, and once I'm up, you know, like 30,000 feet, then you can't really do nothing, can you, really? You know, you can't panic and try to get the aeroplane to land just because you're panicking. When I'm like 30,000 feet up, I think, well, if anything's going to happen, if the, you know, terrorists blow up the plane, or the plane just like gets hit by lightning and the plane explodes that way or something, at least I'm like close to heaven, you know, kind of thing. But when I'm on a block of flats, I don't like it. When I'm even watching YouTube or, you know, movies, I was watching some videos the other day actually about abandoned hotels, and there's one in Thailand, I think it is, and it's about 30 stories high, you know, really, really high. And the cameraman looked over, and I just started feeling dizzy, like to like fast forward. I just could not sit there and watch that. Even when people go to like, you know, mountain ranges and jump off and do like paragliding, I can't watch that. Kind of like just really freaks me out. Fucking hell, that's what I mean. Like you know, I can't even go across the bridge, even, you know, like water. I don't like being like near deep rivers. When I go to Kingston upon Thames and meet up with Alan sometimes, and we do fishing over there, we got across over 2 bridges, and you know, I'm a bit panicky going across those sometimes. You know, I don't like looking over with the camera, because I'm always thinking like I'm going to drop my camera in, or you know, if it's my head cam, I've got to make sure it's like really stuck on properly and it's not going to fall off. I don't like putting my phone over. You know, my phone's always in my pocket. If a serious accident was going to happen to me, you know, like, I reckon if I was in the aeroplane, that aeroplane exploded, then, you know, you're going to die through the explosion, or, you know, if like you get sucked out, you're going to get crushed through the, you know, the suction, or, you know, you're going to have a mass heart attack, you know, floating in the air because, you know, you ain't got no fucking parachute. So, you know, I think that would probably like kill me off rather quickly. Or if I got crushed, you know, if you jump off or you get pushed off a bloody like 20-story building, you know you're going to die. But unless you have a heart attack straight away and you die that way, you know, it's going to take you about 10 seconds to land at the bottom and, you know, turn into smush. You know, that's another thing I don't like. I wouldn't like to be crushed by a bridge. I wouldn't like to be drowned. No, I want to go peacefully, put it that way. And I don't want no fucking weird creatures like coming to my camp during the night time when I'm up there for the first time and start rattling the doors and like, you know, trying to bash the door in to come in and get me, and, you know, take me out into the wilderness and, you know, do nasty things, maybe like, you know, kill me and eat me. You know, some weird shit. That's just probably like, you know, I always have these weird like sensation. Well, it's not a sensation. It's just like, you know, it's just like your brain, you know, your mind, you know, falsely giving you these ideas that things might happen to you, you know, kind of thing. It's like when people do go out in the wilderness and camping, you know, and they see the Sasquatch or a Yeti, Abominable Snowman, or some wild cat or something like that, you know, I'm pretty sure they get scared, wondering what the hell's going to happen. And they're normally intense. You know, I've got like a wooden structure, but that wooden structure wouldn't save me, or two. For one thing, because like, you know, you could have some crazed teenager, you know, that gets completely drunk and then, like, you know, try setting the cabin on fire. You know, if he's got alcohol, all you got to do is throw the bottle at the cabin and light it. I ain't got no other way out. I've only got the one entrance. So, unless I, you know, I kind of scramble up through the roof. By the time I get through the roof, the cabin's probably burnt down anyway, and I'm turned into cinders. I have these weird, you know, crazed, fearful, you know, thoughts. I suppose it's, you know, just like human of us to have those kind of weird thoughts, but nah. I just hope everything goes smooth. Because if everything goes smooth and nothing happens, and I lay there and I can fall asleep without tossing and turning and waking up because of weird noises. Now, I know there's going to be noises because the land I'm on, it's got ponies. And, you know, the landowner's got 8 ponies. So I'm going to hear footsteps. I'm definitely going to hear footsteps. And I'm going to think, well, is it a pony or is it some crazed, like, lunatic outside, you know? And the pony, if they see light, they could probably try to come up to the door or, you know, the shelter and start knocking on it. So, you know, I've got to try to think, well, is that a pony or is that a human outside? Or is it a ghost? Or some other kind of weird shit. Hello, Winter Witch. So, but yeah, hopefully it's going to be this week coming that I'm going to stay up there because I've got so much I need to do on that camp. You know, that door, you know, I replaced the door because I was able to get some like those kind of like sheets of wood that you lay on the floor and you can slide them and like connect them that way. Floor paneling. I was able to get like some floor paneling from the other landowners, Tom. He said I can take whatever I need, you know, as long as it's there and it's not being used. So I went over there and I found like this floor paneling now, and I picked them up. And as I picked one up, fucking great big bleeding ants, this red ant, and like I thought, shit, I'll try to shake them off, they wouldn't move. But I was able to get like 6 pieces, and they were different sizes. We also had to do some adjustments. I did try to do a complete video, but I didn't do a video of me actually making the door because I knew it was going to be boring. And even though I did try to do some of it, my bloody camera kept falling down, and all you could see was the peak of my cap. So that was bloody rather frustrating. I found my chest cam, so you know I can use that when I do some more work, and you'll be able to see a bit more. I was kind of thinking about taking my tripod up as well, but there's just so much stuff I've got to carry. You know, I've got my backpack. I've got to cut that insulation because it's a great big pack, about that tall and like that thick. So I've got to cut that in half because I ain't going to be able to carry that up all the way up. So I'm going to cut that up in half, take half up one day. If I need more, then I can take the other half up another day. But I don't want it sitting in the living room. So when I've cut it in half, I'm going to put it into 2 bin liners. One of them I'll stick in the bin liner and cover it up, and probably stick out in the balcony, and hopefully the rain won't get into it. And the other half I'll be taking up with me. So I'm going to put it on the bed bench and make the bed bench hopefully a bit more comfortable, and then tarp it. But the only thing is I won't be getting my bloody ABS camping roll mat until the 4th or the 5th, it says. So what day is it? I'm hoping to go up. I think it's Tuesday I'm hoping to go up. Because Sunday and Monday was going to be raining. I was hoping to go on Monday actually and get over and done with, but the problem is Monday now says it's going to rain. but Tuesday and Wednesday it's going to be sunny. So Tuesday I can do quite a lot of work up there. I'm going to take some food. You know, I've got two sausages. I've got 1 tin of sausages, you know, them Frankfurter ones. And I've also got a bottle of, like, you know, the bottle jar of Frankfurters. So I'm going to take those. Well, they're already up there anyway. So I bought a new frying pan because I have one up completely, like, you know, knackered. I've got some pork in the fridge, so I'm going to marinate that either tomorrow or actually that Monday. Marinate that Monday. Put, you know, just put lemon and herbs and bit of salt and pepper in it. Stick in a container, shove it in the bag. Then I'll have that towards the evening for dinner. Lunch, I'll have like some sausages. Gotta make sure I take plenty of bottle with me, you know, and wipes, because you know, there's 2 places I normally go, and I don't always use the same place more than once. I kind of like swap and change, because you know, when you need to go, you need to go. You know, a number 1 or number 2, you know, you just can't help it. So I always make sure I take toilet paper up there with me, wipes, you know, just like wipe my hands and wipe my face when it gets hot and sweaty. So that I've got to make sure I've got to take with me as well. So I better do that tonight, get it in the bag ready, because no mind, I'll definitely go and forget it. And I'll probably be using me wiping my back with like leaves, which I don't know what we're doing, because you don't know what's on them leaves, you know, bugs and bug eggs and, you know, all that kind of crap. Steve, I'm exactly the same as you with heights. Make me feel sick. I can't even walk on the pier when you see the water underneath heights and deep, dark water. Yeah, I'm like that. But I really do not like going across a bridge with water under it, because I do not know how deep that water is. And I can't swim. You know, if I jump into a pool, you know, I'm going to sink like a brick. You know, I can probably do a doggy paddle, you know, like that for about 2 or 3, you know, maybe a minute or 2. After that, I'm completely knackered and I'm just going to go boop, 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 like a brick. So I don't like going over water. No, if I'm at the edge of a river and it's kind of shallow, I'm okay with that. Like when I went up to London, do some mudlarking, you know, you're on the shoreline, and like, you know, as long as you know what time the water comes back in, I'm okay with that, because you know I'm on, you know, kind of like solid ground. Although the Thames is like muddy as well, and take the wrong step, you can sink into that crap. I've seen a few people on YouTube start sinking. It's like quicksand on there sometimes, you know, and people have to like rush to them and help them out. But if it's like the River Wandle, I know there are some deep bits there, and I have actually been in it with waders, and it went up to my chest. So that's the deepest part, but most of it's kind of like shallow, you know, maybe about a foot and a half. You know, if it's no more than 2 foot, then I'm okay with that. But if it's deeper than that, I get a bit panicky, because, like, if you're walking in the river, you know, you just don't know if you can. You know, it could be a sinkhole there, and you might not see it because the water might be murky, and you know, 1 false step, you're sucked in. So, you know, I'm kind of like freaked out with deep water, you know, especially walking across a bridge with water underneath it. Now, I've been up to Kingston, God knows how many times, you know, metal detecting with Alan, and going across those bridges, you know, even on a bus, going across the bridge, going across the Thames. You know, I don't like looking out the window if I can help it, because I feel that if there's that one possibility, like 1 of a millionth of a chance, that bridge suddenly collapses, or, you know, you have a massive earthquake and then the bridge collapses, and you're on that bridge, straight down. You're either going to get crushed by the impact of the bridge falling on top of the bus after it's falling in the water, or you're going to drown. You know, if I could swim, I wouldn't mind so much, you know. I did try taking swimming lessons years and years ago when I was a youngster, but I never really liked doing it because with me, if I get water in my eyes, I panic, you know. And if I accidentally gulp some water, that also panics me. And it's just one of those things that I can't, you know, get rid of. You know, I do have fear factors. But once I've actually kind of confronted my fear of being out on my own in the dark, in the woodlands, you know, I've been watching, seriously guys, I've been watching, right, on YouTube over the last couple of nights, women, mostly Asian women, but women going out camping on their own in a forest at in the middle of nowhere, and they're okay with that. Mind you, they got great big fucking massive machete with them. But you know, if you've got a wild animal out there, like a cougar, a tiger, mountain lion, or something like that, I don't think they're going to be that secure, are they, with a machete? You might hit the animal, and that's going to piss the animal off even more. But you know, in the UK, over here, or where I am, where my bushcraft is, if I just come out the back of it, walk about meter wise, say from here to my balcony, 3 times that distance, say about 100 meters, yeah, you got the borderline, which is on, and that's barbed wire. Now, if you cross over that barbed wire, about 10 yards further in, you've got some more barbed wire, all right? Cross over that, you're in the public woodlands. Now, I know for a fact that I walked around there one day and I did see a couple of people camping out during the daytime. So that kind of got me a bit nervous. So I didn't bother going there. You know, I kind of walked around and how they got their push bikes over there, I do not know. So they must have another way of getting in. So I left that and I walked around. I didn't see, you know, anyone else apart from just normal dog walkers. But another time I went there, I thought I'll have another walk over to where those guys were. And I don't know if it was them, but someone actually built like a little kind of roundhouse. I thought, fucking hell, that's brilliant. Hang on a minute. It's not a built roundhouse. There's other people camping out here. And that's the fear I've got as well. I don't want people knowing that I'm where I am, because they might try to come over and start being nosy, and they might try to start trouble. And once they know where I am, they could easily come over and smash me cabin up, you know. And that took me 6 months to bloody build. Now, I was thinking actually, building a newer one later, probably next year, further back into Ronald's, more closer to his pony farm, like the fields. But I say where I am at the moment, you can walk probably 50 steps and then you've got the fields. But at the back of me, if you come out of my cabin and walk 30 steps, you've got field there. Now, the only way people can't see my cabin is when it's like this, at this time of year, when you've got all the trees, you know, which have grown, and you've got all the leaves, and you've got helping to camouflage your camp. But when autumn comes, I think it is, when all start dropping off, people going along the pathway on the public path in the public woodlands, you can see the back water. You can see the back wall to it. That's why that when I got me wildlife cam up there, it has actually caught people outside my camp trying to look in. And it's mainly kids. 2 of them, which were 2 girls, was Ron's helper's daughter and her friend, but there's another one which was a boy and a girl, and they don't know who they were. They said, well, I don't know who they were, trespassing, and they've been there a couple of times trying to like be nosy. And I have noticed that when I've been up there over the last couple of times, there's been like a little bit of damage to the shelter. And I'm not saying it's them; it could just be where the wind is worn away some the mud, which I filled to cover the gaps in. Maybe the water's just like kind of like washed it away. But the roof, when I was up there, not yesterday or the day before yesterday, but the previous time, about 2 weeks ago, the roof was actually like broken inwards. So I don't know, they tried getting on top of the actual shelter, and if anyone did get on top of the shelter, but I had to redo that again. So what the shelter is, the top, I've got like logs going across that way, and logs going across that way, and I've got like 5 or 6 tarps on there. Then just tied them down, and then I put loads of like twigs and grass, well not grass, but twigs and leaves and just debris up there. That should actually keep the rain away, but it's not. It's still letting the rain in. That's another thing I've got to do. I was thinking like, well, once I finish the door and insulated inside, then maybe I might just take that roof off again and then like make it more an arch, like a V-shape kind of roof. But that's going to take a hell of a lot of time and a lot of work to do. And that might take about 2 nights to do, 2 days, maybe. So, I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I might wait until next year and then like rebuild it. But if I rebuild it, I'm not going to make a concrete fireplace like I've got there at the moment. I'll probably buy one of those like metal kind of stove things you can buy and have that shoved out the shelter and have it kind of, but then I need to get that fireproof kind of stuff to put around it, stop it from burning the woods. I think me and you went to Witches of Saviour. We can't swim. We're afraid of like heights, afraid of water. Okay, no, afraid of being out in the dark. Jesus, 2 of the same. You can learn swimming, beginner course at a public swimming pool. There ain't one around you. It's not a swimming pool local around you that I know of. I don't know if the YMCA at Wimbledon has one, but I know swimming lessons can be bloody expensive as well. If I go in the river and I fucking just get sucked under, I'll die, won't I? I'll just keep doing the ducky paddle. That might help me to get out. I once took a diving course during the winter. Swimming cool. Well, that's interesting. Yeah, can you just imagine that we drowned in the past life? That's why we got like fear of water. Maybe like I got thrown over the edge of a multi-story block of flats, and that's probably why I'm afraid of like heights as well. Maybe I got thrown off a cliff as well. Oh yeah, I just don't like being in high places. Like, even when I've made my own little ladder. Right, probably seen it on one of my videos anyway. And I was using kind of string rope to tie up here because I've been watching all the videos on primitive building, and if they can get away using like rope, but they're using vine. Vine is like more tougher, so they're using like the old bamboo vine or other type of vine, which isn't easy enough like to snap. Now I done my first ladder with string, and as I climbed up it, the fucking thing fell apart, and my leg just went like that. Kind of thing. I thought, fuck, this ain't no good. I'm gonna need some bigger nails, so because the nails I had wasn't big enough, So I had to spend, a bit of money to get these bigger nails. And I just like hammered in one at a time, it was holding one nail. And even that didn't really work. So next time I actually upgraded the ladder, I had to put 2 nails on each side of each piece of wood. So I had the 2 legs and like 1, 2, 3, 4. So when I put the first one in, I had to put 2 nails in that one and 2 nails in that one. Then go down to the next level, 2 nails, 2 nails, 2 nails, 2 nails, 2 nails. And it's been okay since then. But I was thinking of buying like a proper ladder, like a little step ladder or something. But the thing is, if I ever get kicked, if I ever fell out of my landlord, the landowner, and he told me to fuck off, I've got so much gear up there, I wouldn't be able to bring it home in one day, unless I kept going up and back. You said, right, you got a day to take everything out. I'd have to go up there 3 or 4 trips because I've got 2 spades. I've got like now 2 axes because I've got a new axe. Well, I did have 2 axes up there originally, but one of them broke. So I've got to cut the wood out the hole and make a handle for that one. But I have still got like a decent axe up there. But I'm not sure if I actually put it in the shelter when I left it, or if I left it stuck in a tree and not take it off the tree and left it outside the shelter. So that's why it's ordered another one on Amazon, just to be on the safe side. I'm hoping that no one does find it and starts using it to cut the bloody shelter down. So, because I was so bloody tired, doing that door. That freaking door took me nearly 5 hours to bloody do. So it just kept falling apart every time I tried to do something. It fell apart, and I thought, I ain't going to get this done before tonight, before I leave. I was up there at 7:30. All right. Tom went and found the wood, what I was using for the door itself, and put it all together. Every time I tried putting it together, it kept falling apart because the nails kept bending, or a couple of times the nails snapped, and that kind of shit. I think I started on the door at 9 o'clock. When I finished looking at the door, it was like 2:30. Freaking hell. Taking me that long to actually build the door and put the door on the side, to actually have it standing so I can open and close the damn thing. Then I like to put the lock thing on the outside. When I've done that, there's like a gap. You can see a gap on inside the door. So I need to fix that when I go up there next. But what I'm going to do is, I've still got another piece that wood I use for the door. I'm just going to cut a piece that off and have it kind of coming across. So it'd be like that. The door be like that, but it'll have a little bit sticking out like that, just to cover that gap in. And then what I will do is I'll have another kind of padlock on the outside. So I'll have 2 padlocks, one for the top, one for the bottom, or one for the middle, the top. And then I'm also going to put some bolts on the inside when I do stay up there. That's the main thing I've got to do when I go up there. That's the first thing I've got to do when I go up there. Sort the door out and put the bolts in. So if I do decide to stay up there when I go up there next time, later in the week, Tuesday, I can shut the door and fucking it. The only way someone's going to come in is if they're small little midgets and they can break through the window, which are, the little window frames I've got, which are about that big. So unless they evil demonic like dwarfs or pixies, then they ain't going to get in unless they're very, very, very strong and they can kick the door in and remove the bolts. But also I'll have I'm going to get a branch or something here and have it kind of lean against the door. So when I close the door, I'll have 2 bolts going across, and I'm going to have 2 in there, and then I'll have a branch leaning up against the door as well, stop people kind of like, you know, trying to get the door, be a bit more secure that way. Then I've got to sort the lights out, get the lights sorted. It's like, even when I was up there the other day, you know, even with the door open, it was still bloody dark in there. And I'm thinking, well, if it's dark in here during the daytime, just think what it's going to be like at night time. It's going to be fucking pitch black. Hello, Jamie. I hate ladders. I get dizzy. Can't even stand on a chair. When I stand on this chair to like sort that camera out, sometimes I'm like, you know, the old chair's swinging around. I think any second now I'm going to fall off and I'm going to neck. I hate standing on chairs myself. I hate going up ladders as well. Even though when I was younger, I worked with a guy and we did window cleaning, and he used to get me up the fucking ladder to do the top ladders. And a couple of times that ladder was moving, and I thought, I'm going to fall off this in a minute. And I tried to tell him, I'm kind of scared at heights. He goes, well, if you want a job, you're going to have to do the windows, the one that I told you to do. And I said, well, can't you hold the ladder down? He goes, well, what's the point? You know, I've got to do the windows at the bottom. I said, can't I do the bottom ones? You do the top ones. He goes, no, you do the top ones. And some of the times when I was at the top of the ladder, you know, you could feel it sliding a little bit. I'm going, John, what? The ladder's moving. Oh, for fuck's sake. You know, and you just come over and hold the ladder. And we used to do it in the, you know, all different types of weather as well. Wind, snow, rain. So I think that's what put more of a fear into my height situation. Moving ladders. But the one I've got at camp is only like, I'll say that tall, about 4 foot, 4.5, 5 foot. No, I'm 5'11". I'll say about 5 foot. You know, you think about it, I used to go up there at least 2 to 3 times a week, and that wood wasn't easy getting. You know, it was until later I like completed like 3/4 of it. My landowner said to me, "Why don't you just cut the trees down?" I said, "Well, you gave me permission." He goes, "No, you can take whatever tree you want down, because they've got to come down eventually." I said, "Yeah, but you take all the trees down, my shovel's going to be, you know, completely seen in it." He goes, "Yeah, but you know, you've got the trees over the side there. If you want any, just cut them down." I said, "Yeah, but one of those ones in like nature, I don't want to see like a full flourished tree being cut down. If it's a dead tree and it's on the ground and it's, you know, still got, you know, plenty of strength to it, that's the trees I want to use. If it's like a tree leaning over where it's been like blown by the wind and it's unsafe and secure, then I'll take those ones." But he did actually cut a couple down for me last year. And he said, any tree I want, you know, just let him know. And he's got a chainsaw up there. He cut them down. But I'm hoping he won't cut any down until next year, because what I want to do is, I'm not too happy with the shelter as it is. You know, I put a lot of work into it, yeah. You know, a lot of time, money, effort, travel, you know, expense. You know, nails ain't fucking cheap. Screws ain't cheap. Tools ain't cheap. You know, axes, spades. I don't use nuts and bolts. Don't use those. But you know, I've got several different types of screws up there, several different lengths of nails, hammers. I've got like 2 or 3 hammers up there. And the reason why I have like duplicates is in case I fucking go and lose one. I've got 2 survival knives up there, cooking utensils, my firelighter gear, no tarps, although they're only £1 in the pound, man, but they're not that big, the tarps. In the past, I've had about 14, 15 tarps. So I bought another 3 today. What else is there? I had a plastic covering sheet, like a dust sheet, and that's already fallen apart, that has. String, rope, you know, other kind of tools. So, it's cost me so much fucking money. If I had to put a rough guess on how much money I spent on that bushcraft, I reckon about 300 quid. Seriously, about 300. Because I bought myself a new electric drill, mainly for bushcrafting, and it's got like a spare battery, but it's no good just having one battery. You need a spare one in case it runs low, and there's no way of getting it charged up. I could probably take a charger up there and ask one to charge it up if I need to, but I'm hoping that I won't need to use it as much, to be honest with you. I've got like a small other little electric screwdriver, but that doesn't really do much at all. It's okay if you're screwing a little fucking screw in the doorway or something, or it's more for electronics, unscrewing nuts and bolts and stuff like that from a TV or radio or something like that. It's not good for screwing a screw in a bloody wall or a piece of wood. So I've been watching a lot of people on YouTube where they have their fireplace outside, but if you're inside and it's fucking cold and it's pouring rain outside, you don't want to be sitting outside trying to get warmed up, with a fire that's been put out by a fucking thunderstorm, do you? So that's why I thought, well, with the fireplace I've made, I was able to find some bricks. I also found a couple of roof tiles. I was also lucky enough to find metal piping, so that didn't cost me anything apart from the concrete I had to buy. I had to buy a big 20 kilo fucking bag of concrete. I had to take them up in small lumps, 5 kilos, because I wouldn't be able to carry a 20 kilo up there. It'd kill me. So I was taking that up bit by bit, and I used the concrete to make the fireplace. I used the concrete to add as the mud and straw fixturing. So what I used was mud and straw, water and concrete, mixed it all up, and then stuck it in the gaps. But for some reason, some of those fillings have fallen out. Cut fell out the other day when I was up there, actually. I thought, shit, I'm going to have to keep that to one side and see if I can reuse it, crush it up and reuse it. But I don't think I've got any more concrete up there. And I think I had concrete out in the balcony, but there's not that much there, and I can't remember if it's in a container or not. If it's not in a container, I left it in a bloody bin liner. It's just going to be completely hard as rock, kind of thing. So tomorrow, I'm going to go on the balcony anyway to cut that insulation in half, and I'll have to see if I've got any concrete. But if I've got concrete, I won't be able to take it up next time. I've got too much stuff to take up there. Carrying that bloody insulation is going to be a problem. And then I've got some wooden planks, beams that only that thick. Probably about 4-5 feet tall. I want to take them up so I can use that, for the door frame as well. But I still need to do more work on the door. And the thing is, I know a lot of the stuff I bought isn't like you said, buy the quality stuff. I don't have the money to buy quality stuff. Spending that 300 quid roughly on what I've done so far is so much money, too much money. I wished I was in Asia, where I could just go into the forest and cut down some bamboo fucking trees and use the vines and and the moss to fill the gaps in. They don't have money to spend out. All they've got with them is a machete. The fire they use, they have 2 sticks together. Mind you, I've seen the Asian women cheating using a lighter. Fucking cheats. But let's see what's going on. But the roof still needs doing. I really still, after the door and after doing the insulation, I've got to do the roof again. I don't think I'm going to have it like, you know, the A-frame kind of like arched. I still keep it flat. But I've got to try to do something where it's got a slight arch to it so the water's running down, not stay flat. Because while it's flat and it's raining so much and it's like, you know, building up a puddle, that puddle is kind of like leaking down inside the building. And if it's pouring down the rain tonight, I'm going to get drenched. Even if I'm in my sleeping bag. I found my sleeping bag. So I'm just going to be drenched, man, I tell you. So, you know, what I'm going to do is when I go out there, I'm going to do the door, finish off doing the door, putting the bolts inside, and then I'm going to do the bed, and then I'm going to get the tarps, some of the tarps as well, and have it kind of like nailed up on the ceiling. So if any water does kind of leak in, it kind of like run down at the back of the tarp, which is already in there. Hopefully I'll be kept dry that way. Because I know it's going to rain during the week, but if I'm up there Tuesday and Wednesday, and Tuesday night, it's going to be sunny Tuesday, dry Tuesday night, and sunny on Wednesday. So I ain't got no worry about the rain then. But I will probably want to start there one day, you know, when it does rain, just to see, you know, how kind of waterproof it is. I was actually thinking about getting some of that waterproof paint kind of stuff, but that still costs, isn't it? And if I'm thinking about building another building further in, nearer to the pony farm, and you ain't got much view from the actual public woodland, you know, I'm going to need money to do that even, you know. And I ain't going to build like another fireplace. I'm just going to buy one of those like metal cooker thingamajigs. Metal ovens. But then if I buy one of those, I'm going to need like fire realistic material to put around it so it don't burn the wood. And the other thing I wanted to get was carbon dioxide detector. So I know, like, you know, when I'm in there and I'm making a fire, you know, it does smoke quite a lot in there. But I've got the door open. I've got those two little windows. One of the windows I keep like closed with like this like little fencing thing I've got from Pan, and I keep that one closed. But I've always still got the little one right next to the fire. So that goes out that way and goes out the door. No, I'm not getting myself through the smoke, thankfully. But if I'm going to be in overnight, you know, that door's got to be closed, bolted. And, you know, there is going to be quite a bit of smoke in it because I'm probably going to have, like, you know, a fire. Which will be, because when I make my coffee, when I light the fire, it's more closer to the opening. But if I'm going to be in there overnight, you know, there is the fireplace which you can push the fire, you know, at least that further more back, and you can have a more of a bigger belching fire that way, which I've only ever done once just to see, you know, what amount of smoke came out. But I think someone's actually been standing on the fireplace because, like, you know, some of the concrete and dirt's fallen off, so that needs to be done again. But that ain't going to be done this week. So I'm going to do the door, the bedding, and the insulation. If I've got time, hopefully, you know, do the tarping around the roof, and I'm going to get around the sides as well. So, you know, if there is any gaps in the wall, which I know there is, if a wind's blowing, you know, through my left or through my right or through the back, you know, the only thing that's going to get cold it's the tarp and it might rattle a little bit, but that can't be spooky as well. You know, the tarp rattling, thinking, fucking hell, what's the cause of that? You know, don't realise it's like a breeze coming in. Might think it's a ghost rattling the bloody tarp. Guys, it's 10:30. I've been on an hour and 10 minutes. Jesus. You know, I wouldn't like to be in a building more than 20 stories. Even 8 stories shits me up. You know, one of my axes already broke. That's why I had to buy another one, which is up there somewhere. So I don't know if it's inside the shelter or if I left it outside. No, if I left it outside and it's probably been found and taken away, hopefully no one's like, you know, chopped the bloody cabin down when I got there on Tuesday. But if it ain't there in the shelter, at least I've got my new one. That's why I try to take you because, you know, got 2 saws up there, I've got 2 spades up there. Although there's only one in the cabin, the other one is in one of the tin shelters that runs somewhere. Where it is, I can't remember. I've got 2 kettles up there. I had 2 frying pans up there, but the other one up there is completely shattered. As I say, it's not shattered, it's just like full of like it's getting kind of like rusty, where the water's kind of coming. And I ain't been up there for, you know, months on end. It's kind of like just started turning a bit rusty. You know, my cups, I've got 2 cups up there, but I did buy another one today from Poundland, metal tin cups. Got another frying pan, which I took up there the other day. Saucepan, can't remember. I think I've got a saucepan up there, I'm not sure. But once I've actually, you know, done what I need to do, if I've got time, I'm going to build that other small little shelter, the little kind of like storage. So I want everything out from underneath that bed bench. And once I've laid all that insulation and a tarp on top of it and nailed it all down, make it kind of like a bit more comfy to sit on and lay down on. I've not even laid down on it, to be honest with you. I think I laid down on it once and I was kind of like, my back arched up in my head, like kind of like that, you know, well back behind me. So I want to put a tarp behind me as well, and kind of like curved. It's in the corner. There was a big gap. Went out and I kind of like just put some sticks just to cover that hole up. You can see like, you know, broad daylight coming out of that. So I'm also going to like put insulation there. The only thing is, like, I don't know if that insulation is fireproof or not. If it isn't, and, you know, a bit of like liquid material hits it, I'm going to test it when I go out there, actually, see if it catches on fire. If it does, then I'll still insulate the building, but I'll have to buy some of that silver, kind of like fireproof insulation as well, and do the shelter out with that. That's going to cost more money because, like, it's only like a roll about that big and about that tall, and that's like 18 quid as well. So to do the whole shelter inside would probably take 3 rolls. So that's like 36, like, you know, 50 quid, which I don't have. You had a windmill when you was younger. Oh, that's cool. See, I was also thinking about doing a garden, but the thing is, if I had a garden, the ponies would come along and chew everything up. So I kept my shelter as a flat roof, right? I was thinking of putting a garden on top of the roof. Just grow like some vegetables. Well, I'm not a vegetable eater, but be nice to try to actually grow some stuff like carrots, peas, lettuce, and stuff like that. And the carrots, I'd get to the ponies. The peas and like the cabbage I won't do cabbage. Well, I prefer to probably do like lettuce, but lettuce and tomatoes and peas I like to grow, but I've never done any gardening my whole life. So that'd be something to look forward to, probably. See what can make grow. What's the saying? Make grow. There ain't no tin plates down here, mate. If I could get a tin plate, that'd be wicked. But then, when the rain starts hitting that tin plate, that's going to be rather annoying, isn't it? Going pitter pat, pitter pat. Let's see how it goes anyway. I was looking at the dandelion, not the dandelion, the stinging nettles. They've kind of gone quite nicely. I actually fucking stung myself the other day, would you believe? So I was watching a couple of videos yesterday on how to make that sting nettle tea. They say use the top parts. Don't use the one which are flowering, because that's more going to be bitter. So I was thinking, trying to make nettle tea. I'm not a tea drinker, actually, to be honest with you. It's very rare I drink tea, but I wouldn't mind trying to make it once. And I did buy some honey, because like people were saying, if you're going to make nettle tea, it's nice with a bit of honey to sweeten it. So I've got some honey, and I'll put that in the bag ready to go up. So I might make some nettle tea and see what it tastes like. Don't like, I'll just spit it out and then make myself a fucking cup of coffee. So when I done the mud pack, the mud I took from underneath a broken down tree, because that was more kind of like flakier than the mud which is already kind of like laying around on the ground, because it was really like when I tried to get the spade in, it's so hard I couldn't even dig the ground. But when I found that tree, which was just on the outside border of Ron's, completely broken down tree, I saw this, like, the soil was kind of like a lot more easier to dig. So that's the kind of like soil I used. So I think I could probably use some of that if I need it anyway. I've still got a bucket full from last time, which I've never used yet. The only thing I'm having problems with, every time I got there, I keep fucking finding all these spider webs everywhere. And I don't like these bloody spider webs. And a couple of times I've like come up to a spider web with a stick and see all these fucking little eggs. I'm thinking, well, if I hadn't found those eggs and like scooped them and threw them outside, they're going to hatch, and I'd have fucking hundreds of spiders crawling around everywhere. And I don't want them crawling around on me when I'm sleeping. No, thank you. There's no one around there who's been doing any kind of like refurbishing or building work. And when they do, it's all broken up fucking like scrap. Like little pieces like that kind of thing, it ain't no good. I think the best thing I should have done was just like fucking saved all my money, asked my landlord's permission, buy a little proper wooden shack, like a little, what they called, little wooden garden shed. Didn't have one of those in there. Would have been a lot bloody easier. But then that's cheating, isn't it? something that I wanted to do, something to learn, something to build. Well, right, cheers for coming on. I'm going to shoot off, watch a couple of videos before I go to bed. Got to get up tomorrow and cut that installation in half and see if I've got any more concrete and plaster. I'm going to have to sort some of that out and take up with me in a couple of weeks' time. Although I've got the installation, that's more for inside. I'm going to have to do some more mud packing on the outside and get that sorted out as well at some stage. Probably will redo the roof, but again, it'll be a flat roof and not an A-frame type. If I decide to do an A-frame one, I'm going to have to make sure I've got the wood and the materials before I do it. Yeah. No, if I had a car or a van, if I knew someone with a van and I had the money to buy the planks, I'd buy planks and then I'd make the roof kind of like the A-frame shape. Because then the water just kind of like will run off the side of the building. What's happening at the moment, it's kind of like floating on top and it's making puddles, and the puddles are overfilling and coming through. So I need to check that out and kind of like empty any puddles. I might just kind of like take everything off, keep the tarps on, get rid of the water, and let the sun, kind of like dry the tarps out, and then recover the tarp with more kind of like debris later in the daytime. There's so much stuff I need to do up there again. So it means like, I don't want to be going up there like, twice a week, probably like once a week or something, for, a couple of months. But I won't be staying up there overnight too many times. I just want to try it once. And if I like and enjoy it and I don't get freaked out, then I will spend a little bit more time up there during the night time, I suppose. I need to, confront my fear about being out on my own at night. I've got, hopefully, as say, if I had lost the other axe, I'll have 2 axes. I've got my little camping knives. I've got a saw. I've got a spade. So I've got plenty of like tools I could use as weapons. And I don't think it's going to be this week coming, but next week, which would be after the 7th. I've got a machete, which I've ordered from the website. I've got another kind of like double bush knife / fire starter kit that's coming. And I've got some fat wood, which is like used for lighting fuel. That's going to come all in one package, hopefully. So that should be within the fortnight. So that will go up there when I've got it all. Do a little review on it. Show you what I've got. I emailed them. I did get an email back, but it's like just one of those automatic replies saying like, we got your email. Due to like, the situation at the moment, we ain't got that many staff, to read your mail at the moment, but we'll get back to you. And I, because I put my address in, but because my address is in 2 parts, it redone the second part as the same part. So I had to go into the editing features and redo my address that way, but I'd already ordered the stuff and it said like 1A so-and-so twice, and it shouldn't be that way. So I emailed him saying, the delivery address is wrong. This is the one. Can you send them to the correct address? And I also said, I'm looking for sponsors, and if you've got anything that you could sponsor me, any freebies that you could give me, I'll be willing to do like some reviews on it. Just let me know. And hopefully they might say, if they say no, then it's no, innit? Can only ask. See, I don't see really any mushrooms up there. I think there's fungus, but I wouldn't eat mushrooms and fungus, to be honest, because I know my luck, probably pick the wrong stuff and poison myself and kill myself off. So if I'm going to cook mushrooms, I'll buy the mushrooms from the shopping centre. I've got some mushrooms out there still from the other day. Got pork. I'm going to marinate the pork on Monday. Take that out with me. So during the daytime, I'll barbecue some sausages, the old frankfurters, and then in the evening, when it starts getting a little bit dark, I'll settle down and set the old fire up again and barbecue me pork belly. As long as I've got enough light in there to see what I'm doing, that's the main thing. Oh, I'm going to have a torch, you know, kind of like keep looking if the meat's cooked or not. Right, anyway, so I'm going to shoot off, guys. Thanks for coming on anyway, yeah. Hopefully I'll be up there Tuesday, as I say, and stay overnight. Tuesday night, come home mid-afternoon, late afternoon, Wednesday. The videos I do won't be uploaded Wednesday night. They'll probably be done Thursday, next Thursday, Friday. They'll probably be in like 3 or 4 parts, so you'll have a few videos to watch anyway. Right, so I will catch you later. Have a good weekend. Saturday today. I might try to do one more stream before I go up there. If not, wish me luck. wish me plenty of guidance and plenty of non-fear factors, because I'll tell you, I'll probably freak out up there. I know I've got to be ready for the ponies walking around, and there's going to be foxes, and I know there's deer up there as well. So if I'm looking out the window, I see a pair of eyes peeking in at me, and I'm going to think, well, what the fuck is that? Is that a horse? Is that a fox? Is it a pony? Or is it a human? Or is it a Sasquatch? Is it a Bigfoot? Is it a bloody Chupacabra? Is it a saber tiger or something, you know? Is it some weird fucking crazed lunatic axeman who's come to like chop up my camp when I'm sleeping and breaking and cut me up for his next dinner? Cannibalism. But yeah, with the nettle tea, I watched a few videos yesterday on how to make it. They say when you get them, yeah, wear the gloves, take the top parts off, you know, like say from the top to about 3 leaves down, cut them off or just break them off. You know, wear gloves because you're going to use your fingers, you're going to keep getting stung. All you need is like 3 or 4, you know, clippings. Stick it in a cup or a saucepan, rinse it off to get all the bugs and all the dirt and crap off it. Some people have said like use warm, like lukewarm water to wash it off, and then put it in after hot boiling water, boil it for 5 minutes, take it off the heat, and then just let it cool down, you know, put it in the let it cool down and drink it, and put honey in it because it sweetens it, because apparently nettle tea can be a bit bitter. So I'm only going to try it the one time. If I like it, then I'll probably drink it a bit more often before, you know, the sting nettles disappear. I think they're mostly all year round, aren't they, sting nettles? I don't know, but I watched a few videos. Some actually grow them and what's that word? Cultivate, you know, they cultivate them and dry them off and make proper like little tea, bit like, you know, tea bag, not the tea bag, but tea leaves. And they make dry it off, and you know, you got your dry nettles, and then you just stick in boiling cup of water. I think I did a video where they actually dried them off and stuck them in like little tea bags. You can get like empty tea bags, and they just like made your own like little tea bags. You can also buy tea, you know, from health food stores and all that kind of stuff, and you know, the internet. Anyway, as I keep saying, I'm going to go, and I'll see you later. I'm not sure when I'm on my other channel, the paranormal one. I'll just go on there when I feel like it. I didn't think I was going to be on here for an hour and a half. It's just more an update, but because you keep me talking, I blame you for keeping talking. But yeah, I'm going to go. What did I have today? I had a pizza today. I think I've got that much left in my cheesables, so I'll munch on those, get myself another drink, a cold drink, and watch a few more BushCraft videos. I think I want to try and find a couple where it says, like, you know, being out, you know, camping first time at night time, and see how people react. I'm pretty sure there's going to be videos out there. I was actually thinking about buying a hammock as well. I feel like, you know, just lazing around during the daytime instead of like being stuck in the shelter. I might buy a hammock one day. No, I've got a tent. Where the tent is, I don't know, but I know it's in the living room somewhere, along with my blow-up mattress, where they are in that living room, hidden behind or underneath that. I don't know where it is, but I am in the process of actually sorting that living room out bit by bit, slowly and gradually. So eventually I will probably find it, and I won't have to buy any more tents or inflatable mattresses for when I go camping next year. I'm thinking about doing fishing again next year. So yeah, I'll be doing some more fishing next year. I haven't done it for 2 years, so I'm looking at doing some fishing again next year. Yurik, stop talking about bloody witches. Now you're going to get me worrying about witches flying around at night time. Oh, I don't know. Fucking noise outside. Interrupting me. Right, okay, I'm off. I'll catch you later, guys. Have a good weekend. Bye for now. And I'm definitely going now.